Hello internet, it's Simon from Cars with Friends. I've been busy building this. I had a bit of a lull of filming from the last video. The engine's all together and in. I've got the spare head over there and I'm going to do a little how to build the head video, or how I built the head video, which I have no idea if it's the correct procedure, but I did what I could. So I'm just struggling now to get this out as quick as possible because of I need a spare car. So here she is, little Glanza. I really don't like colours. I'm just a black, white and silver car guy. But yellow's really growing on me. Maybe because I've got two yellow Starlets, I don't know. But that one's staying yellow now because I like this yellow, and that is going to be this yellow. And hopefully I can have a pair, old school, new school. Should be pretty cool. But yeah, today I'm just going to crack on with a few little bits and bobs. I've mounted the Civic Rad. I've just been using this like 1 by 4mm bar to make everything. So I've got a new bonnet stay intercooler mount. I didn't weld anything. I didn't really want to weld too much, so everything's riv nutted on. Stainless steel riv nuts. That's all nice and solid in there. Yesterday I'd done the wiring loom. Took it all back out, taped up all the bits that were a bit crusty. Put them all back in, just trying to figure out what plugs are used now and what aren't. Obviously there's no aircon, there's no cat. Stuff like that, but it seems to be going pretty good. I've just got to, next stage is I need to jump on the lathe. I need to jump on the lathe and make a few bits, cause, get my turbo down. This is a tf035, which I'm putting on it, and this inlet here sits literally like, I don't know, it's either there or there to this. Like it sits really close. There's no way to get an inlet on, and a lot of people who run TD04s and stuff like that just run a bit of mesh, and I'm not about that life. So I'm gonna make a little inlet for it, like a little machined bit with an oval tube that goes to round that grub screws on. So I'm just going to go and machine that up, and then I'll catch you later. Ooh. I'm getting a lot better on the lathe with my finish. I've got a long way to go with this. I've got to bore it right out to 56mm, so fair way to go. So let me show you the finished product. So, here we go, finished bit. There's a good end, that's the good end. I didn't want to put it back in the lathe to do this end. So it will damage outside, so got a nice end. The fit is so nice and snug that I really struggle getting it off. So, that's gonna go. So basically, that's gonna go on there. And then with that portion left above this bit here, I'm gonna like oval it out, squash a bit of thick wally tubing I've got and weld it on, and then cap off, and then cut the back down at a slight angle and cap it off. So then that goes on, and then there's like a trumpet that comes out here for the inlet, and it's just got a nice little curve to hit at the back. It I think it sits like, it will sit like there, sort of thing. That makes sense. And then the trumpet will poke out the front. I've been really loving my lathe at the moment. My finish is getting really good. It's all about patience on the lathe. It takes ages. Here's a job I've been doing for my dad. This is an Austin Big 7 release bearing, and they use a carbon disc. I completely made out of where is it? Out of that block of steel. I machined down this outer, machined some pegs and welded them on. There's a bearing in there, and then there's a top hat that spins. So I've basically made a roller bearing for my dad's Austin Big 7. The only issue is I couldn't get it any thinner, so it actually sits the distance of that top spinner. So hopefully we can just adjust the pedal back. But yeah, not possible without a lathe. They're great pieces of kit. You can pick them up for fairly cheap. I picked mine up for 600 quid about 4 years ago. I've spent a couple of hundred quid upgrading it over the years and buying tools, but well worth it because you can make stuff like this. You know, I haven't got to run a piece of sieve over it on my brand new engine. Grit going straight in, no thanks. Makes something nice and shiny. Goes on like a glove. Job done. Right, so here comes the tricky bit. So that's the bit I want at the front. Air filter will go on there. This is the bit obviously that goes on the turbo, but I want to be able to cut the top and flatten it out so it cups in and I can weld it round, and then I'm going to cut an angle in to meet halfway up so the air comes in, channels, and then I'll put a little return on. I'll like bandsaw the whole back off and weld a plate that way, but I want to be able to, I don't want to have to keep cutting plates and welding them in. I want to be able to kind of wrap it in one go. So I've got to kind of mark like hole saw down it. Ooh, a hole saw, that might help. Let me see if I've got it on the right size. Wait, that is not what I want at all. So I need to mark down there, and then I need to air saw it straight and around so I can flatten that out, and hopefully then this top bit will butt up to that and the rest will flatten out and cover that up. So let's try and mark that. No, I'm just not happy with that. I can't mark it properly. What can I do? Ooh, got an idea. Here we go. Here we go. If I hole saw through there, then I can put that on there. Mark that. Yep. There we go. There we go. Let's mark that. I've given up on that idea. That was about an hour wasted, that was. Great. I just couldn't get it to shape. I don't know what I've done with it. But, start again. This took me all of about 3 minutes. So I just 70mm hole saw through there. I've die grinded the edges down a bit. That fits so much better. So I'm going to actually leave it like that. Got to chop an angle in so that air, leave it flush with the thickness of a bit of sheet. Chop the nice angle in so it can funnel down and around. Right, let me crack on a bit and I'll show you what we'll get up to. Just want to add this in. I know this inlet thing, I know the flow of the air is not great, and I know that fluid dynamics and all that jazz isn't optimal, but I don't want a bit of silicone in there rubbing on the oil filter and stuff like that. It's going to be facing directly forwards. I'm going to build an air box for it, so hopefully it just rams enough air in that corner and the turbo can just take what it needs. You know, if it doesn't work, I'll change it, but this way it clears everything by a good few millimeters and have a nice filter on the front. So don't whinge. I know it's not a nice smooth curve and all that crap, but it's going to be like a 200 brake Starlet. Hopefully it'll have enough air in that pocket to take what it needs. Oh my god, that was not fun. I've touched the tungsten and just, oh, it all went wrong, but I'm going to give it a good sand down and shape anyway, but you kind of get the idea that I've got an inlet now. I just need to trim a bit more off the inside and plate that, but nice grub screw up here, and hopefully I've got to do a bit of shaving on the inside. Hopefully I can just have a nice air filter sitting directly there. I know the flow's probably not great, I know loads of other stuff, but I'm only looking for like 200 brake, so that there is the finished product. You have to put it on first before you put the turbo on as well, which is annoying, but so yeah, I've just got to finish it off. So I'll cut this back just a little bit more, weld that plate in. And before I do that, I'm just going to die grind the inside out nice and smooth, and there we go. So little update. Sorry there's not been a video in a while, just been busy. Calling it a day now because I can't work in this chaos. I've like burnt my fingers, got metal in my eye too many times. I've had enough. It's just gone lunchtime, so I'm going to go and eat, and then I'll carry on with this another day. So peace, see you soon. Woo! I couldn't actually leave it for today, so I have come back up here and sorted it out. So you can see I've got a little locking bolt. It's all welded up. Going on the turbo nice and smooth. Braided line on. Down pipe on. Return. So one day I'm going to make new manifolds. These are just temporary eBay ones that are welded up. So yeah, just need to find an air filter now that goes on that. So here, get those like mushroom ones. So next is intercooler piping.